Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you had a great weekend. We're back from Monday, and what did we talk about? We talked about a guy or a girl said she asked a guy about a relationship, and he said she was special. Don't know what that means. Talked a little bit about winning contests, and then, of course, adult swim parties. All right, so I helped somebody out yesterday. Just jumped their car, their battery was dead, so I had some jumper cables in my truck, so I helped them out. But when's the last time you helped a stranger? Or when's the last time a stranger has done something nice or helped, or maybe you're that person? You'd be surprised how many nice people there still are in this world. You just ain't met them yet. Already 4254777. Good morning, Rome. During Christmas on a different radio station, they do Cares for Kids, where you adopt a family and buy gifts for less fortunate. I adopted one, and I didn't tell anybody. I did it. I didn't do it for the praise. I did it because it makes me feel good and help people. Well, that's good. You should do that. I mean, that's a great. Everybody. I mean, that's one of the other things. Everybody wants some sort of praise for what they did. Maybe if you were just a good person and can look yourself in the mirror at the middle of the night and know you did it, you've done right by everybody, you wouldn't need some redemption on social media. That's the stupidity of you people who think that. You think you do it for the right reasons, and then you put it on social media and you're just a moron. It's really all you are, because you're doing it for yourself at that point, not for helping somebody else out. RD 4254777. So, what happened? When's the last time you just did something nice for somebody, you know? Or somebody's done something nice for you, you help somebody out. I mean, RD 4254777. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. When's the last time you helped a stranger? When's the last time? Or maybe a stranger helped you just doing something nice. Just doing something nice. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, Rome? Seahawk Lou, man.
What up, Lou?
Hey, so I did a nice thing yesterday.
Okay.
It was a hot day, man, and I was walking over to the vending machine to buy a cold water for $1, right?
Wait, what?
It was a hot day, and I was walking over to the vending machine to buy a cold water for $1.
Okay.
And before I got to the vending machine, this little kid ran past me and beat me to it. And he pulled out a bunch of change, like quarters and dimes.
Okay.
And he was trying to get a Gatorade for $2.
Okay.
I guess he only had $1, and he didn't know what to do. And I looked at my wallet, man. I only had $1 cash, and I gave it to the kid so he could get a Gatorade. And I suffered.
And you suffered? You didn't get your water?
I didn't get my water for $1, Rome. That's got to be one of the nicest things done in Bakersfield yesterday.
Way to sacrifice. All right. All right. Look at how nice Seahawk Lou is, huh? Already 4254777. When's the last time you did something nice for a stranger, or maybe somebody said something nice to you or for you? So we're talking about doing nice things for strangers, or somebody doing something nice for you, helping you out just out of the kindness of their heart. Hey, Rome, I work out in the oil fields and finished working a 12-hour day and was headed home back to Bakersfield on Taft Highway. I see an older man and a woman on the side of the road with a flat tire. Made a U-turn, came back to see if they needed any help. Come to find out, their car did not have a floor jack, but I happened to have one. Went ahead and changed the tire for them. The older man wanted to pay me, but I told him no, just pay it forward. Well, I mean, what does that come to? But that's what life's come to, right? That's awfully nice of you to do that for somebody, because the world's come to, well, if I'm going to help you, you got to help me, or I got to put it on social media, get some likes so I can get paid. Yeah, nobody. But the bad part about it is, what you see in the world is not the real world. I know so many nice people in Bakersfield that will do things for people just out of the kindness, just out of kindness. There are so many people here that I know that will help you out just because they're like that, you know. And it's funny because Ruben and Raider Rob always argue with each other. Even Raider Dave, these cats will all argue on the radio with each other. But man, the things they'll do for people just because they're good guys, they're all going to get mad at me for saying that. But I've seen it happen with all of them. but they'll all fight with each other all day long on the radio. they just don't like each other. It's Romeo on 94.1. Talking about doing something nice for somebody, or maybe somebody did something nice for you, just a stranger. Good morning, now. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo? Morning.
What up, brother?
I had a story. When I was smaller, my brother was working in school, and we went to a liquor store. And I wanted something like a Gatorade. I don't know what I wanted. I think I wanted a Gatorade. And he said, no, he was being stingy. And there was a person behind us. He was hearing the whole conversation. Like, I really wanted a Gatorade. It was hot and everything. So my brother, he said no. So I went to the car, waited in the car. And when the other guy came out, the one that was behind us, he's the one that bought me my Gatorade. So he looked at my brother. He's like, he didn't say nothing, but like by his look, he's all like, oh, you're gonna be stingy, he just wants the Gatorade. But like,
that's funny.
He just walked off, and I'm all like, oh damn, that was like the nicest thing.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago though. Like I was a kid and everything.
I don't know if people still do nice things for anymore, just out of the kindness of their heart. But I think they do.
Yeah, I think they do. I do sometimes.
Yeah.
When I see a homeless person, I was all like, you know what? I don't want to give them cash, but like I'll buy you something. And sometimes they're being stingy. They're like, no, just give me the cash and I'll buy myself something.
Speaking of homeless, I was walking down the gas station the other day, and it must have been about 3:30 in the morning right over here, and a homeless guy asked me if I had change for 100. Like,
What?
I said, no, I don't.
Hey.
I had to ask him to borrow money. All right, man. Later.
All right, remember, have a good one.
All right, 42547. The problem is this. When it comes to people doing nice things, just because they're nice people, is nice people don't want credit for it. Nice people don't put it on social media so you can see how nice they are. Only insecure losers do that, And that's just why, So that's why you don't think there's as many nice people in this world as there are. And there really are. There's a lot of great people in Bakersfield that you never know how nice they are. All right, because they're not filming it. RD42547. I would say the guy reminded me of a story about 10 years ago. I was it was around Christmas time, about 10 years ago. I was at it had to be longer than that. When's the last time Toys R Us existed? It was at a Toys R Us, so it must have been longer than 10 years ago. You get gift cards. This little girl had a $20 gift card. And I'm standing in Toys R Us, and the little girl grabs this doll, and it was like a Barbie or something, $19.99. Little girl's got a $20 gift card. Mom tells her, well, no, you don't have enough. You got to have enough for tax. It's going to be more than $20. You got to get something else. And I thought to myself, you know what? So I was just standing there. I said, here's $5. I gave the girl $5 so she'd have enough to. And the mom lost her mind, was so upset. No, she needs to learn. I'm like, she's 8. She needs to learn about $4 or $3 or whatever tax is on $19.99, however long ago. And I never had that conversation with you guys if it was right or wrong to do that. But screw that, Mom. Be a better parent. We're talking about doing nice things for people this morning. And one of the things I did a few years ago when Toys R Us was open, a little girl, she couldn't have been more than 7 or 8. She had a little $20 gift card she got for Christmas, right? And her mom was telling her, well, you can't buy that Barbie doll because that Barbie doll is $19.99 and there's going to be tax. So I gave her $5. And the mom got pissed at me for doing that. And I thought, why are you being a jackass? She's just a little girl trying to spend her gift card. I mean, you can't cover the $3 for the tax because you're her mom? And then you're going to get mad at me for trying to be nice? Yeah. Good morning, what's going on?
Romeo, so you talking about the lady, you spotted the little, not spotted, but you gave the little girl her, the $5, the extra tax dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's, you're right, and also the mom's right. I mean, the little girl needs to learn that there is,
slow down, Mom. Not at 8.
Yes, but I also agree that you're in the right too, because you need to know there is kind people that, out there. So I think it's important because, money doesn't grow on trees. They need to know those things too.
Yeah, but not at 8 years old. The little girl couldn't have been more than 7 or 8. What's that?
I taught my kids about tax dollars. They need to know.
At 7 and 8?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a terrible mother. What is wrong with you?
No, I'm not.
You're an awful mother. You probably had them talking politics and war, too. What is wrong with you? Kids need to be kids until about 16, 17. They need to be kids and be oblivious to a bunch of nonsense in the world. And taxes is one of them.
Yeah, I think that's a touchy subject, but maybe. I don't know.
All right.
I just want to teach my kids that nothing's free.
Well, not at 7. At 7, at 7, everything's free.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a toy, like, yes. I mean, food, we don't want to put pressure on them for the basic necessities.
Yeah, you're a bad mom. All right, get out of here. Later. Bye. Yeah, no, she sounds like a good mom. I'm just kidding with you. But until about, a kid should be a kid and not worry about anything until about maybe 14, 15. Yeah, that's maybe when you should start teaching them about that life isn't free, but you don't do it at 7 or 8. So I was just talking to a lady right now off the air, and she was asking me a question about a guy she's been seeing, right? She's been seeing him for a little bit, and she was asking about the relationship and where it was going, what was going on, which you can do, by the way, just so you people understand. When you're in a relationship for a little bit, you can ask them where it's going. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? It doesn't mean you're clingy. It doesn't mean you're needy. It just means you want to know what's going on and where it's headed. That's all you got to do, okay? Well, I guess the guy told her she was special. And special is kind of one of those weird words, right? Like, ladies, what do you think when you ask a guy, so how do you feel about me? Well, you're a special lady. You're special. What does that mean to you? Already 4254777, because I'll tell you what it means to me. When I hear somebody say that, oh, you're special, it's kind of like I want to sleep with you, but yeah, that's about it. It's not really an endearing word to use for somebody. You're special. Yeah, that doesn't really, are you falling for that? I mean, maybe I'm wrong about it. But what does that mean to you, ladies? If a guy says, yeah, you're special, what does that mean to you? Already 4254777. It just, to me, it's not the most endearing term to use for somebody. And maybe I'm wrong about it. Maybe I am. Already 4254777. I was talking to a lady and she was telling me about, she was seeing a guy for a little bit, maybe a month or two, couple of months, right? And she asked him, where's it going? And he said, or asked him how he feels. He goes, oh, you're a special woman. You're a special person, right? And she really didn't know how to take that. Now, to me, when you use the word special, it's kind of like, it doesn't really mean anything, right? It's kind of a meaningless word as it pertains to relationships. So what are you saying? What does that mean? Already 4254777, ladies. What if your guy said you're special? Not I love you, not your, I don't even know what other word you'd use, but where's this going? What's going on between us? To use the word special to me, it just doesn't seem right. It seems meaningless. Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo. When a guy uses a word like special to a woman, it means he still wants to be in a relationship with her to an extent, but it's not really going anywhere. Well, okay. Is that what that means? I don't know. RD 4254777. So a woman was asking me, she'd been seeing a guy for a couple of months and she asked him about the relationship. And he said that she was special. To me, telling a woman that, or telling anybody that, doesn't seem like a great thing. It seems like you're just trying to give them something that makes them feel like the relationship is going somewhere and that you're involved, but you're not ready to end the relationship, but you still want to sleep with them. So you say they're special, right? It's like, it just doesn't seem like a very endearing word to use to somebody in a relationship, right? All right, 8425477. Hey, Romeo, so what you're saying is when she says I was special, It really wasn't nothing special about it. Now it makes sense. Thank you. Hey, Romeo. So what you're saying is when she says I was special, it really wasn't nothing special about it. Now it makes sense. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like something you say to try to trick you into thinking that the relationship or you means something when the reality it doesn't. And I don't know that maybe at this point the relationship doesn't mean anything and you're not, really special because it's just not a great word. How does it make you feel? It's like telling a child, oh yeah, you're special. You're a special person. Yeah. All right, 842-547-7. I was talking to this woman and she had been seeing this guy for a couple of months and she asked him about the relationship. And he said she was special. He called her special. She didn't really know how to take that. How do you take that? I take it as just playing you off. I take it as he's just playing you off because he's not really sure what your relationship is. Maybe he didn't know how to describe it. Maybe that was it. But to me, he's just playing you off because he still wants to have sex with you. He still wants to date you. But he doesn't really see it going anywhere at this point. Now, that could change. I'm not saying that couldn't change. But to me, you use a word like special for somebody, it doesn't sound great. RD42547-7. Hey, Rome. I would say that when I would want out of the relationship, but couldn't find the right timing or didn't want to hurt her feelings. Oh, or hurt their feelings. You would use the word special. Okay. Hey, Romeo, it's called a fling. Get all the benefits of a relationship, but just don't have a title to it. When the woman asks, where's it going? That's when you got to cut them off. Okay. I don't believe that. I think I think you're absolutely wrong about that, but that's fine. I mean, I just think when you use a word like special to describe your relationship or describe the person in your relationship, I mean, to me, it's just you're trying to play them off in some form or fashion. Like you could have said you're great. You could have said a lot of things. Special to me is not the word that you use to describe someone in a relationship, unless maybe you're right. Maybe somebody said they use that word when they're trying to get rid of them or get out of the relationship. Maybe that's true. RD42547-7. Oh wait, hold on. I think that I can give you the text. I can give you a little more. I got a screenshot from a text, a little more context. The person says, "I know you don't love me. I know that, but can I at least know what you feel about me?" And then the response was, "I care. I do. You're something special for sure." No, that does not sound right at all. No, that sounds like a guy who either doesn't know how to communicate whatsoever, or a guy who just doesn't want to stop having sex with you. I was talking to this woman about a guy called her special, and she actually sent me a picture of the exact wording of the text message. She sent me a screenshot. So she says, "I know you don't love me. I know that, but can you at least let me know what you feel about me?" And the response was, "I care. I do. You're something special for sure." Adding the something special makes it even worse, by the way. Now I think he's really just lying to her and just wants to keep having sex with her. You're something special. That is not, to me, a great term of endearment, okay? He should have stopped with, "I do care about you." That's where you should have stopped. Once you say something special, you've completely have to reevaluate what his intentions are in the relationship. It really sounds like he just wants to keep getting some and has no plans on going anywhere with it. RD42547-7. Rome, what's special about her is she either has a basically, I can't read what this person texted me, but basically what they said was she's good in bed. Okay, that's what's special about her. She's good in bed. And maybe that's what it is. But to call somebody, when somebody asks how you feel about them and they go, you're something special, I don't see that as a good thing. To me, that's you're trying to placate the situation because you don't care any more than you get to have sex with her. That to me is, that to me sounds like where he's at right now. And it doesn't mean that it won't change. It just means that's where he's at right now.
Hi, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Special.
Yeah.
Sounds like to me, but she's okay, but you're special.
Wait, say that again? You cut out for a little bit. Say that one more time.
Okay, it's like he has a side piece,
Okay.
and he's saying, okay, I'll do it. I'll give it to you because you're special. But the other one, the side piece, she's okay.
Okay. Okay. I can see where you're going with that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
That special's not good. That's not good.
Special's got to be better than okay, though, right?
Yeah, that's why he agreed to give her what she asked. So, or what they were,
Sure.
talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Just talking to her right now, it made me, when she said, you're okay, when she compared okay to special. Special to me sounds like, now, the way that she just described to me, how do I explain this to you? It seems to me like special is the good girl that you want to have sex with, and okay is the hoe that you're going to do anything you want to. You're right? That's what it sounds like. That you're special. Maybe I want to sleep with you, but I'm not going to disrespect you because you're special. Just based on the way it sounded to me when she was explaining it right now. You're special to me, so I'm not going to do nasty things to you. But if you were okay, maybe that's it. All right, 842-547-7.
What's up, Romeo? Raider Rob here.
Hey, Rob, what's going on?
What's going on, bud? Hey, like you said, women, well, not all women, but yesterday at my family breakfast, I'm sitting in line waiting for my omelet. Old girl kept saying, I'll have some ham, I'll have some cheese, some mushrooms. Wait a minute. No. I don't want ham. I want sausage. No. I don't want tomato. I want bell pepper. Now, you got to talk about being special. She couldn't make up her mind. I was like, really?
Oh, my God, Rob, you're such an idiot. What the hell? All right. Get out of here.
Romeo, it's Deidre.
Hey, what up, Deidre?
Hey now. Now let's get into this right here. Tell that girl to take that kitty cat on somewhere else. Because let me see. He told her she's special. She got to be special, right?
Yeah.
That can mean a lot of different things. Be like, ooh, that'd be special in the mug.
Yeah.
But she better take that somewhere else, because if it's that special, why is she going through that?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I just don't. Special seems to me.
I think he don't want to be with her no more.
Yeah, I mean, special is just such an odd word to use for somebody. You're right. It has so many different possible meanings of what it could be that how would anybody understand it? You don't know.
But if he making me feel some kind of way, then go tell me I'm special. I'm taking all this specialness and I'm getting the heck up out of there. God dang it. The heck? See what somebody else say I am, because I don't think I like special.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like. You're right. I mean, it could mean you special. That's like saying it's not you, it's me.
It means a lot of different things. Maybe he needs to clarify that to her or something. But other than that, because everybody, we don't know.
Yeah, that's wild. Good. That's wild. All right,
okay, bye, Romeo.
I don't know if special is the word you want to hear, from somebody, right? Yeah, you're special. I don't know if that's a term of endearment or what it. I just don't know.
Romeo, is this what it's come to? Some weak morning jokes by Raider Rob and Deidre?
Well, Deidre's funny. Raider Rob's, I don't know. Raider Rob's coming. Yeah, he's coming kind of weak today.
I think there could be many reasons why he used that word. One of them means that he's not that educated. Maybe his vocabulary doesn't stretch as far as some of ours.
What do you mean by that? Well, what do you mean by his vocabulary doesn't stretch as far?
Maybe he's dumb. Maybe he doesn't know the proper word to show that he has feelings for her. Because I have a lot of things that are special. I have special socks. I have a special place I like to go eat. And it's my favorite. So maybe that's what he's meaning. That,
Maybe.
And he doesn't want her to get too sprung, so he doesn't want to lead her on. So he's starting off little words, baby words, special, fabulous, that's awesome. There's other things that are going to come pretty soon.
Okay. All
right.
right.
Just have to be patient and understand she has, maybe she got with a dumb person, but that doesn't mean he can't love her. That's all that means, Romeo.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Later. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Special just does not seem like a term of endearment. If somebody's going to call you special, you're a special lady to me, or you're a special girl, or you're a special guy, that does not seem like a term of endearment. That does not seem like you really care about a person, if that's the terminology you're using. All right, but maybe Raider Dave's right. RD4254777. Hey, Rome. I was told I was appreciated. Appreciated is another one of those terms, I think, like special, right? I don't think anybody wants to hear that. I just don't think any woman, I don't, now I'm not a woman, but I'm not sure that any woman wants to hear you're appreciated or you're special. I don't know if that's the term of endearment that really means something. But hey, Rome, man, every time I try to call, the line is busy. I never anything other than a busy tone. Well, I mean, you guys got to understand something, okay? A lot of people try to win stuff. Who doesn't want to win free stuff? But you also have to understand this. Not everybody's a winner when it comes to raffles. Or when it comes to radio contests. I tell you guys this all the time. I mean, I tell Siak Lou this all the time. I myself am one of those people. I have never won a raffle. I have never won a radio contest. I've tried. I've never won anything, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. And there's some of us are just never going to win. We're not winners like that. Now, I did have somebody tell me that the reason I don't win is because I have to change my mindset. I have to stay more focused. I have to believe a little hard to win. And because I have a friend, and she wins all the time, everything, all the time, no matter what event she is at. If there's a raffle, you can guarantee she's going to win. But her logic is you got to be positive. You gotta believe you're going to win. Now, maybe I don't believe enough. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough to win. But unfortunately, some of us are just never going to win a contest, okay? It's just, we're never going to win the lottery. I don't think I've even ever won a scratcher. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just so you guys know, it's, Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of us who are never going to win in life. Well, we might win in life in other ways, but we're never going to win contests, okay? All right. Somebody texted in about calling in. It's always busy. Says, first they said, man, every time I try to call, the line is busy. And then, what do you say? No, Rome, not even just for contests. I'm talking even when I just want to call in, it's busy. Well, I mean, you must only try to call in for contests, though, because right now, nobody's calling me. There's not one of my phone lines is ringing right now. So, yeah, you just must try to call in during contests, because I don't know when else you would try to call that the lines were always busy. I mean, now with text messaging, I mean, I understand when before text, now far more people text me than call me. I mean, it's a way different program now than it was before texting. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what's going on then. Maybe your phone. Maybe you're calling the wrong number. I'm not really sure. I can understand the contesting, yes. But I don't know about the other times. Already 42547. What was I going to? Oh, I want to talk about adult pool parties later today. I got invited to a couple of. Well, I got invited to one on 4th of July, which I got to figure out what I'm going to take. But I'll tell you in just a minute about that. All right. 842-547-7.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Rum.
What up?
Heard that. People that are winning in life, they usually lose at these sweepstakes and these giveaways. And the people that are winning at the giveaways are losing in life. So you got to kind of pick which one.
That's your theory on it, huh?
That's that, the universe is lining it up to give back to those that are losing. And we're already rewarded because I have the same problem, Romeo. I can't seem to win.
Okay, so
I call in every day, but I never win nothing, and it's these random people that we never hear from that are always winning, but I think they're really losing in life.
So losers. So what you're saying is losers win contests, win raffles, win. Okay, all right.
And the people that are winning in life, we lose at those raffles and contests. So you got to take it for what it is.
Okay.
Which one do you want to be?
Okay.
All right.
Ready for 254-7. Hey, good morning, Romeo. You're right. Some people are just not that lucky when it comes to that, including me. Rarely win at those scratchers. And if I do it something like a free ticket or $5 or $10. One time the dude answered when y'all were doing the elimination. Oh, the eliminated trip. Yeah. And my phone cut off. It's just one of those things. I've never won a scratcher, anything. I tell you guys all the time, I don't win. I've never won anything. So, what are you going to do? It's just some of us are not lucky like that. Just is what it is. So when it comes to winning stuff, right? A lot of you guys will tell me, hey, I never win, Rome. I can't get through. Well, it's just, you're unlucky. There's no other way about it. We're not winners. When it comes to any raffle, any scratcher, any type of game of chance, we're not winners. I'm not winners. I have never won a contest in my life. I've been doing radio contests for over 28 years, and I have never won any. And I still try. When I go when I go out of town, or if I'm driving through a city and I'm listening to the radio and they do a contest, I try to win. Never won anything. Never even come close. Same as you guys. Get busy signals. I go for raffles. I play in golf tournaments all the time. I go to different charity events. I never won. I've been going and watching Mexico play over at Vatos Tacos. I do a raffle every time I've been there. Never won. Never even come close. Well, I don't know how you come close, but never won anything. So, yeah, just what it is. Already 425-477. Yo, Rome, my grandma always told me if you didn't have bad luck, you've had no luck at all. Well, it's funny that you say that, though, because I have some friends, and these women, they'll enter every raffle. And I have one friend who wins everything all the time. And her logic was always, hey, you got to think positively. You got to believe that you can win. Now, I think that's a little stupid, but I just know. All righty, 425-477. Typical dumbass Raider fan, Rome. He's a winner when he's losing, of course. His team always losing, so he wants to feel like a winner. When he loses, what a dumbass. Oh, you're talking about Raider Dave? Yeah, what do you do? It's just, you just got to understand what it is. You might be lucky in other aspects. Like, one thing I can always tell you is no matter how busy anything is, whatever you pick your busiest spot on earth, if I roll up, a parking spot always opens up for me. Every single time. you know? So there's just, if you pay attention, like I've always said this, I could be going to a drive-thru. I get up at 3 a.m. I could be coming to work, go through a Starbucks drive-thru or any drive-thru, and I could be the only person on the road. But once I pull into that parking lot to go through that drive-thru, somebody else shows up and gets in front of me. Every single time. So you just got to know, man. But like I said, I always get a parking spot. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm lucky like that. But I don't know. Some things you're lucky at, some things you're not. You just have to understand it, right? So we're going to get into adult swim parties here in just a few minutes. I'm going to talk about some of the crazy things that happens. For some reason, adult swim parties always turn into ladies' night. They always turn into a bunch of, it starts off with a bunch of, respectable women, married, then they turn into basically hoish activities happening, whether they're married or not. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I wanted to talk about, I think it's funny because years ago, one of my, years ago, one of my friends, his wife, we were having a get together, right? And she brings a tray of, I think it was watermelon, cucumber, and jicama. It was either watermelon, cucumber, jicama, or pineapple, cucumber, and jicama. And I thought it was the most refreshing snack I had ever had. So now I bring that whenever I go somewhere to parties, I bring it. And I got invited to a pool party this weekend, and I was this coming up weekend. So that I was thinking, well, that's what I'm going to bring, but I don't know if anybody's going to like it. And then, fortunately for me, a friend of mine whose pool party it is asked me today, hey, you're going to bring that platter, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, but you and I might be the only one that eats it, though. What do you bring to a pool party? What do you bring to a, 842-547-7? I know everybody wants to bring alcohol and booze, but you got an adult pool party, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm bringing. I think it's watermelon, jicama, and cucumber. I believe that's what it is, with a little tahini, right? All right, 842-547-7. Rome, you talking about an adult pool party? Like, what kind of an adult pool party you're talking about? Just a bunch of adults hanging out without kids? Or are you actually talking about some sort of sexual, pornographic? Well, what I've noticed in Bakersfield is two things when it comes to summer and having a pool party. One is, and no, I'm not talking about adult pornographic, although what I've learned going to pool parties is when you have kids, if you just have a regular old family pool party, okay, in Bakersfield, depending on let me put it to you like this. There's always going to be one or two women that are dressed like hoes, okay? They're going to be wearing the skimpiest thing possible around the kids and the families because they're trying to show out. That's always going to happen, okay? But when you have an adult pool party, which is just adults, no kids allowed, no kids invited, just adults, that seems to turn into some sort of kind of a hoe fest. For some reason, all these women seem to feel like they need to dress like they're going to be, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's what it turns into. It's just what it turns into. All these, and I won't say dressed inappropriately because they're not. You dress however you want. I don't care. Maybe some of you feel you shouldn't dress that way around kids, which is probably true. But, it is what it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. So you just got to know what you're getting involved in. And for some, if you go to some of these pool parties that are just adults, for some reason, it always turns into drunken, you know what, ladies' night? Ladies' night always starts out with dinner and then ends up with a bunch of women getting drunk, getting hit on by dudes. A bunch of married women, right? That's ladies' night. Well, that's kind of what, it's kind of what the pool party turns into, right? A bunch of drunken people turns kind of sexual. Why? I have no idea. Water and hoishness seem to go hand in hand. When it comes to pool parties, right? there's two things you can guarantee. Any pool party that is for families, you're going to have a couple of women dressed what most people would consider inappropriately around kids, right? That's Bakersfield for life. Adult pool parties, though, that's a totally different scenario when it comes to Bakersfield. Or I don't know if it's all pool parties or just Bakersfield, but they tend to get out of hand and tend to become very sexual, not to mention, wow, these women, man, whew, no shame when it comes to whether they're with their husbands or not, just no shame when it comes to a pool party. Like you're just, yeah, but maybe that's what it is. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just think it's funny. All right, 842-5477. Hey, Romeo. So I work for a smaller company, about 30 employees. And my boss, a couple of years back, had a pool party. We went to the pool party, me and my wife. And now me and my wife are kind of religious. We're not really, we're not really, you're not really what? I don't know what that word. Oh, so you're kind of prudish people. Okay, I get it. Promiscuous. That's what they're trying to say, I think. They're not really promiscuous people. About halfway through the party, Rome, all the girls, all the wives were just so naked. My wife got a little uncomfortable. Not that my wife isn't attractive. We're just not those kind of people. You're absolutely right, Rome. You're absolutely right, Rome. So we've never gone back to one of my boss's pool parties again. We just felt uncomfortable. Well, that's what happens. These women start getting a little touchy-feely, sometimes with other men that aren't their husbands. And they dress, things start getting, I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I didn't buy a house one time because I went to the house, beautiful place, and I went about noon just to see what it was like, see what the neighborhood was like, because I'm home all day. And I'm upstairs, I look down, the neighbors are basically, filming a you-know-what. There must have been about 15 of them. I said, I don't think I could live next to them, right?
Romeo, adult pool parties are nothing more than a mature peep show.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody just let it all hang out.
That's a great way to put it.
You might get a broken can of biscuits, or you might do something that you like.
Oh my God, that is a great way to put it. Oh.
I mean, we're all in our underwear, boxers and fancy underwear. Mix that with some alcohol, it's gonna go bad.
Yeah. You ain't lying. I've been to a few pool parties. In fact, the one I'm going to coming up, there's gonna be a fight. Husband and wife gonna get a fight because she's gonna get drunk and she's gonna be showing too much, or he's gonna look too hard at another girl, and they're gonna be fighting.
Setting yourself up, yeah. So I try to avoid them unless I'm going by myself.
Well,
if I go by myself, I know I'm going to have a fun time. But if I'm taking the wife, we're gonna definitely argue.
Leave early. All right.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
All right, Raider David. You're gonna go to any adult pool party now. Here's what you got to remember. You have got to leave. If you're one of the the last couple, the guy that texted said they're kind of prudish. You can only stay for about an hour and a half, because Raider Dave's right. It is just a peep show for everybody, and somebody's going to get in an argument. I don't know why there's always these idiots. There's always this couple that every adult pool party has a couple or two that are married or dating, and for some reason they'll both come dressed like hoes and then get mad at each other. Or he looked at somebody and she got looked at, or she showed too much. It's always an argument. Never fails. Never fails. All right, what are you guys talking about here? Would you text me here? Adult pool parties, right? Yo, Rome. That's right, big Rome. Gonna be getting attacked by them females. You know they love celebrities, and you Bakersfield's voice of common sense. It's funny that you say that, because what you just said has never happened to me. Never. I can tell you, I'm going to tell you this. I've only been hit on twice. Really, I've only been hit on twice in my life. And they were both by hookers in Vegas. And I don't even know if you call that getting hit on, okay? So I've never been hit on. So no, you couldn't be more wrong. Hey, you Evan Cheese fans, adult pool parties turn into Diddy parties. That should have filed a sexual harassment on his boss. Oh, the guy who said about the, you don't need to do all that. I don't think the guy and his wife who said the party turned into a Diddy party, they laughed. I mean, nobody's forcing you to go to these pool parties, but I mean, you're right. That's about what a lot of, not really Diddy parties, but they do turn into some, HR. You don't want HR at your pool party. You're definitely right about that. But they just do for some reason. It's like every ladies' night turns into Ho Fest. Every adult pool party turns into Ho Fest. For some reason, that's just, I don't know why. Maybe it's the alcohol. Maybe it's I don't know. We were talking about these adult pool parties and how they always somebody said turns into Diddy parties. Yeah, they turn into Diddy parties, damn near. RD4254-7-7. Hey, Romeo, I don't know what kind of friends you have or where you're hanging out, but me and my husband have been to a lot of pool parties that were just for adults, and it's never happened like that. We've never seen that. Well, it's probably because you leave earlier, you leave sooner than it happens. Or, I think that's what it is. You guys just leave before it all goes down. Because you know what's funny is I was having a conversation with one of the ladies at the gym, and she's a very nice lady, very, very real, very uplifting, very friendly, very nice, very considerate. And I always make fun of her neighborhood because you guys don't realize what's going on in your neighborhoods, right? Some of you do. Some of you know. Like when I was looking for a house years ago, I looked at the neighborhoods and some of the things that I saw going on in the neighborhoods, and then some of the things that I've asked people about what's happening. You guys just have no idea what's going on in your neighborhood. I mean, you hang out with a group of people, whether it be neighbors and friends, and if you don't understand the kinkiness or what's going on in their home, if you're not down with it, they don't tell you about it. What was that movie? If you guys ever watched that show, whatever it was, something St. Louis, right? There's a line in there where the lady goes, the lady cop, she's talking to the older cop, male cop, and she's telling everybody, do you know what this is? Do you know what that is? And she goes, these are the kinky things that are going on in your neighborhoods, especially these Rosedale neighborhoods or these Seven Oaks neighborhoods or these Stockdale neighborhoods. Now, a lot of these, you guys just don't know. I mean, I could tell you so many stories about things that I've seen in these middle to upper class neighborhoods that these people who are, they give you this, we're the happiest family ever, and they may be, but they're doing some kinky things that you might find, not to your liking. It happens. So I know you think your neighbors are all, they're not. Some of them are doing some kinky stuff. I was driving through a neighborhood one time, and I looked. I stopped the the stop sign in this neighborhood in Stockdale. Okay, I look over and there's this huge bay window, and this lady is standing at the counter, just naked, completely naked, and you could see as I looked over to the right. I could just see everything. There was a huge bay window at her house. And I don't know why there were no curtain. I don't know if there was curtains or I don't know if she cared. But you'd be surprised what's going on in some of these neighborhoods that you think everybody's innocent, but no, you'd be wrong. Some of these hunting wives shows, some of these Netflix shows that you've seen, that stuff's going on in your neck of the woods. What'd you send me here? Somebody has sent me a neighborhood. Like I said, you don't know what your neighbors. Some of you know what your neighbors are doing, but there's a lot of kinky things going on with your friends in your neighborhood or your friends that they don't tell you because they know you wouldn't be about it. So you don't know about it, and they keep everything hidden. You'd be surprised how many secrets your friends and these people who are putting on these, putting on these facades of who they are, when in reality they got some kinky. I don't want to say nasty, because hey, do what you got to do if you want to. It's funny because I talk to people all the time who talk neighborhoods around town they live in, and how they're how nice and how great and how family orientated all these. They're not. I mean, they are, but they're also doing some freaky stuff behind closed doors and in parties, that like these adult pool parties. And people don't believe me when I tell them until they find out. But yeah, somebody sent me. Yeah, you. No, that wasn't the estates I was talking about when I said I seen some stuff go down. A couple of different things, but I did look at a house there where you're talking about. I did look at a house there, but I didn't see anything crazy in that neighborhood when I was looking for a house, because when you look for a house, you got to go in the middle of the night, you got to go in the middle of the day, you got to go at different times to see what the neighborhood looks like or is like at different times, because if you're going to be living there, you want to know. But yeah, two of the neighborhoods that I looked at were just, there was too much, I think swinging. I'll say swinging going on in the neighborhood. But yeah, the one that you just sent me is not, I did look at a house there, but I didn't see anything going on in that neighborhood. But that doesn't mean anything, right? You guys just don't know. Your neighbors are doing some things. I know you think your neighbors are the most innocent, family-oriented people, but they're still doing some kinky stuff behind closed doors. All right, 842-5477. Yo, Romeo. Hey, you were talking about the neighbors and some of the freaky stuff that they do. Well, after the kids left for college, our last daughter was out. Me and my wife, we decided to move to I can't, something estates. I'm not going to say the name of it. One of the neighbors used to invite some of the other neighbors over for pool parties. We found out that we were in a neighborhood with a few swingers. Since we were new to the neighborhood, they invited us over. Now, they didn't ask us to do a whole lot, but they were fun to party with. And my wife and I didn't really mind kind of watching the show, though we never stayed long enough to see any of, the actual swinging. It kind of brought the spark back to my wife and I's love life. Now, we never participated. I just want to let you know that. But we still do hang out with them long enough to see the show, and then we head home. So, Romeo, it's not always a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing by any means. Adults can do what adults want to do. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that things are going on in your neighborhood that you don't know about. Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo, I think you're talking about Rosedale. You're talking about the rich parts of town, right? Well, Rosedale's in the rich part of town, right? Seven Oaks, Stockdale. Aren't those the rich parts of town? I mean, and then she goes on to say, you must be talking about the rich parts of town, Rome. We moved from the east side, my husband and I, about 7 years ago into a beautiful neighborhood. All the people there were amazing. Real nice neighbors, all professionals, all got really good jobs. Everybody kept the neighborhood really clean, nice, really kind of funny. Once we started getting invited to some of these parties that the neighbors were having, we noticed how they got real sexual the later it got and the more alcohol that started flowing. Just this weekend, we went over to a pool party at one of the neighbors' houses, and the women started taking off their tops. Now, I let my husband look, but once that stuff starts happening, I give him a chance to look, but then we head home. We don't stay for whatever activities are happening after the alcohol has really hit them. Okay. At least you know what's going on. I mean, at least you know your neighbors. You let your husband have his look, and then I'm sure, you guys are out. I mean, it happens. The problem is there are so many people out there. And if you're the one that's living in one of these upper middle class neighborhoods and you don't know, or you've never been invited to one of these parties, it's because they don't like you. They don't either. They know who you are and they don't want you there, or, you notice these parties never end up on YouTube, never end up on TikTok or Instagram. You know that? or never end up on Kern County activities. Would you send me? Or no, bro, everybody loves to have sex. It's just some people that like to act all innocent and worry too much about what other people think. They act like they don't. Why you think there's always females at the gym working on their bodies to be sexually attractive? Why are all these people taking these weight loss drugs to look good, to be more sexually attractive? I was involved with a sex addict female a couple of years ago, and we do it at least 3 times a day. True story. At first, it was embarrassing when I would see the neighbors because they would know what's up. But after a while, it was all good because I knew they had to be having sex with their wives too. It is. It's just people are in it. You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that it's wrong. What I'm saying is, I have a friend, by the way, he was involved with a sex addict. He couldn't handle it after a while. He had to break up with her. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's happening. And you're right. People are innocent. People are acting all innocent, and we don't do that. And we're not those type of people until they're those type of people. But that's all I'm saying is don't be fooled by the fact. And I know plenty of people who live in these neighborhoods where I know what's going on in these neighborhoods. And they act like, oh, no, that happens? So either they're being naive and nobody's inviting them to the party, or they're lying too, and they're involved in it. So it is what it is. Don't be naive about it, you know? And you're absolutely right, because there is nothing funnier than watching a bunch of women talk about how, they don't sleep with their husbands, or they get embarrassed, or they act like, oh, no, we can't talk about that. I'm such a prude that, yeah, it's just, you know, it is what it is, man. So you're absolutely right, bro. I get you. I'm just saying that, you know, don't be so naive. What's going down? You know, it's not that big a deal. You got a bunch of consenting adults who are doing whatever they want because they can. Well, you know, why? Once again, why do you gotta feel like it's an embarrassment? You know? All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, I do think it's funny that these married women get embarrassed when talking about their sex lives with their husbands. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you married him. Why is it so wrong to talk about it? Well, I don't think it's embarrassing. Some people are just get embarrassed about talking about sex. I mean, but you have friend groups and people like that who, you guys talk about it and you guys are okay with each other because you've known each other for so long, you're comfortable with each other, but some women just aren't comfortable publicly talking about, their sex lives with their husbands because it's, like you said, it's embarrassing. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe they don't want to seem like they're hoes. I don't know I don't know why that is. Okay. I just don't know why. I mean, you would think that common sense just says you married this person. You guys are obviously having a sexual relationship, right? So what does it matter if you tell somebody or not? I don't know. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, it's funny that you brought that up. I was one of those wives. I was embarrassed whenever my friends or anybody in a group would talk about sex. I don't know why I was embarrassed, so I would always play that role about my husband and I not having sex because I didn't want to talk about it. It embarrassed me. My husband is a very good man, and it all changed after a few months when one of my friends actually hit on my husband because she thought we weren't actually having sex because of the way I spoke about him publicly. So she tried to hit on him. I lost my friend over it. I didn't know she was like that. My husband told me about it, and now I act a little bit less prudish when it comes, or I'm a little less embarrassed, at least because I'm trying to protect my marriage and I don't want people to think that. Well, sure. There's also the other old adage, there's a lot of women out there who downplay how good their husbands are because they don't want their friends hitting on him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. publicly talking about sex is still not as, I don't think people are as open as you think they are. You know, social media really does a disservice.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.